Hi there, I'm Ben, and welcome to part 3 of my Let's Platinum for Bioshock Infinite. We've just entered the gondola station after leaving the rooftops. We're on our way to Monument Island. If you want to know exactly what we're doing here, you can check out the beginning of the first video, which will be in the top corner now. And I will explain. I explain everything at the start of that video. We are basically getting all of the trophies in this game in one playthrough. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you everything as we go. There's going to be commentary and everything. It's going to be lovely. So you just saw on the right hand side there was the first scope, and then there's two machines there. Make sure you don't use the dollar bill machine. You're free to use the bigger one, although you probably can't afford any of them. They're not very good upgrades either. You want to just wait for the better ones. The one you want to do first is probably possession, because you see how handy it is here. That's the turret taken care of. Basically, it might or might not take a couple of guys out. It usually doesn't in here because there's so many of them. But don't worry about that. Here's a good place to get more for your money if you don't have that, for using traps and getting 3 people trapped in a single trap 5 times, because there's a lot of guys in here. You may, or you probably did get it at in the last episode at the last area, but if not, this is another place to get it. This is where I got it on my my practice run, so you should get it either here or you've already got it. So that one's out of the way. That's nice and done. Another one is probably industrial accident, which is for doing the melee executions. So there's plenty of melee guys in here, you can see. So finish that off if you need to as well. We are only going to get one trophy. This is quite a slow video. It's sort of an intersecting, we're going to sort of 2 areas, but there's not much going on. We meet Elizabeth basically. So yeah, there's not much in the way of action. There's this first fight. This is the only major big fight. There are a couple of other fights, but they're not very big. So there's not really that much to do. We will be working on Aerial Assassin, which is for getting skyhook kills that don't need to be from a rail. They can just be from when you're hanging from a normal hook, and there's plenty of places to do that. We're not going to farm it yet. We're not going to get the trophy yet. We're just going to get a few of them. There's a perfect place to get it later on, along with a lot of other stuff, so we'll be doing that there. And Passionately Reciprocated, which is for getting kills with this machine gun. I didn't have any ammo. I ran out, so I had to use the pistol for a bit there. But there's plenty of ammo here now. So yeah, don't be overusing guns if you don't have to. You want to work on those kills while you can. You do only have the 2 guns at this point still, just the pistol and the machine gun. So once you've completed one, just switch to the other and concentrate on that. Yeah, so we just get the 1 trophy in this. It's a story related one. When we actually get to Monument Island, that's it. As usual, you're going to want to be searching everything. We still need to search 200 containers, which includes these desks, everything basically. We also need 10,000 coin or silver eagles. So we need lots more of that, and then obviously just ammo and everything. So constantly just be checking these things. I know it's a bit boring, me going on about it and showing it in this, doing it all in this video all the time, but it doesn't need to be done, unfortunately. So we're going to leave here. This is the gondola. The idea is we're supposed to take this up, but of course it's not working, or they're not letting people in. So we're going to have to use the skyline. I'm going to get an Aerial Assassin skyhook kill basically here now. You could, if you really wanted to, you could farm it here, but there's no reason to. Like, there was a checkpoint, but there's just not. It is a really easy kill, but it's just no reason. We'll be getting them all later on in the next video, the one after. I forget, it depends how I split the sections up. Here's another scope, and then there's going to be a infusion just around the corner where that guy ran from. There are 2 infusions, so we're getting right up there with the shield. It's almost fully upgraded, so we'll get the trophy for fully upgrading one of the things, which will be the shield first, because it is the best thing to upgrade. That's one we're doing here. There's not much in here. Once you've picked those 2 up, the infusion and done the scope, then we're able to fly off and get another pretty cool skyline kill. He definitely wasn't expecting this. With the skyline, if you hold back basically the opposite direction, there's another Voxophone by the way, if you hold back the opposite direction of which you're travelling, it does slow you down, which is really helpful for getting the headshots, which we will be doing later on as well. Again, there's a perfect place to do it in the next video or the video after. So now we're just moving on. There isn't much here now. I think what's the next collectible? It's gear, which is a while away yet. We've got another little fight to do, and then it's in a sort of a bedroom in between two sections. I have cut out any of the dialogue in this video, so at the end when we do actually meet Elizabeth, it's going to be quite brief because I've cut it out just for the sake of you'll be watching it anyway when you play, so there's no point watching it twice. Here's a good place to get some skyhook kills. You can get every single one of these. Just keep jumping back and forth. I do take a lot of damage, but I know there's some health, so I'm not bothered. I thought I'd get away with it here, but there's actually a guy behind me, and there's one below still. So that's quite a few of those out the way, which is nice. You can forget about that's where we're actually going up there, but we're just going to search around because it's what we have to do. There's health in this barrel over here. Hopefully it's there for you as well, because it does restore all. See coins in the cushion is moving along for searching containers. There's so many of them, it's just, you're going to do it anyway, but it's just good practice. And then once they're done, we're going to jump up here and continue on, and this is where the gear is. Again, gear is randomized, so you may not get, you may actually be lucky this time and not get what I get, because what I get is useless to me now. Really, it's a melee based one and I'm all done with those trophies, so I'm not particularly bothered. I think it sets enemies on fire or something like that. I'd rather just shoot them. Don't want to be getting too close to them. Let's take a look. Strikes against staggered enemies, yeah, critical hits and do more damage. Not better than having 75% more clip, so yeah, let's forget about that one. Oh, he's a bit cheeky one. So you can see the critical damage hit is doing a lot here. You will have noticed it in that first firefight I had as well. Headshots, I do have, I think it's called Headmaster if I remember rightly, one of the gear, which does 50% extra damage for critical hits, so hopefully you got that, but yeah, if you don't you might get it later on, but it is very helpful to have. Here's basically where we're going to move on. They're firing at the door, everything's going to stop, and there's going to be sort of a little Comstock speech, but we're going to skip it so you don't have to sit through it twice, although I probably have, what, 3 times now. So if you just go in here, hit this switch, and then you're going to go through a whole spiel while the lifts up, but we're going to just skip that and go straight to the nosebleed. And then we're going to move on. That gun definitely flashed red. I saw that at the corner of my eye. I thought I could pick that up, but obviously not. Another little place here we can get some skyhook kills. The trophies for getting kills on skylines and headshots of skylines obviously don't count when we're using these hooks, whereas these attacks that I'm doing here, these strikes, they do. I think I actually get a counter on this one. Could be, no, must be one later on, just to confirm that they do actually work. So now we're in the blimp, not for long. Or the Zeppelin. There's a suicidal nun in this room behind me, who we're going to go and meet now. And here's Comstock again. Yeah, like I said, there's not much going on. It's quite a slow, just sort of a middling section. After this, it all does go pretty mental. So there's going to be lots more action, lots more for me to commentate on, I suppose, really. For here now, it's just lots of roller coaster rides and moving between areas. They just want to show it off, I think, because it was pretty cool, especially in 2013. It still is cool though, isn't it? So now we're going to Monument Island. This is actually a separate area. Usually I would just cut the video here and this will be another one because it's actually a new area. But yeah, there's not much point to that because that would mean this is only 10 minutes. I might as well throw this bit on as well. There's the trophy, welcome to Monument Island. I just left that in the loading screen. It's only a fairly short one. And there we go. So now we're going to go and find the girl, which we all know as Elizabeth.
I wonder why they got her locked up in this place.
I don't think, no, there's no enemies in here at all, so don't expect to do any killing. So you can put your gun away. There are some collectibles though. There's a Voxophone here straight away and some money. I think there's what, 3-4 Voxophones and an Infusion. So there's quite a lot in here. Once we pick up the Infusion, I will probably leave the commentary there, as there's literally not much coming up. After that, you will go and meet Elizabeth. There will be one more Voxophone you will pick up in the third of her sort of rooms, prison rooms, whatever you want to call them. And then you escape, and that's it. I've cut out all of the cutscenes, so it's just the action, just when I'm actually in control. But it's all very straightforward anyway. I'll explain about that in a moment. There is a Voxophone in here. And pretty much nothing else. Health kit. Salt, don't need any of it. But I'm looking. There's nothing in these two rooms, if I remember rightly, so you don't need to come in here unless you want to watch this projection. But we're not going to watch it. We're going to get stuck on a chair instead. This dark room. These are definitely a thing of the past. And then here is the Voxophone and the Infusion. The Voxophone is obviously very obvious. And then we have the Infusion tucked away. Do shield again. Ultimately it is up to you which one you want to do. But shield, then salt, then health. Weirdly, in that order is how important they are. Again, there's 29, so we'll be almost fully upgraded, even though we should only have 25. That's because of the season pass stuff. So now we're going to go and meet Elizabeth. We're going to go and use this lift, go up. I'll just show you the sort of room I'm talking about with the Voxophone. Number 16 there. And then I will leave the commentary. Here, so there's these rooms which you sort of hit the switch, the lever, whatever you want to call it. And then you will see Elizabeth, not in this one, but the one after. And then the one after that is Paris. So the third room where you actually see her is where the Voxophone is going to be. It's really obvious. It's sat on a chair. You can't miss it. And then after that, you just sort of go through the motions, escape, and yeah, you'll wake up on a beach. At the end of the video, when we do wake up on the beach, because that's the sort of earliest time I could do it, I bring up the inventory, the pause menu, and show you the Voxophones you should have got, or you should have by now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here and just let the rest of this play out. But yeah, there's no more collectibles once you get the Voxophone in this, after the Paris room. Once you go up the ramp, that is the room you're looking for. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Got nothing to do with the job at hand. This job's getting worse all the time.
What makes the girl different? I suspect it has less to do with what she is, and rather more with what she is not. A small part of her remains from where she came. It would seem the universe does not like its peas mixed with its porridge.
Library. Holy shit. All right. I can do this.
It's a way out! Come on, this way! It's his job to keep me locked up in here!
We'll see about that.
Who are you? Why did you come here? This way, come on!
Wait! Ah!
Hurry!
Call the elevator!
What?
The hell? Press the button!
What is all this? They were watching me all this time. Why? Why did they put me in here? What am I? What am I?
You're the girl who's getting out of this tower. This way!
We have to keep moving. He's tearing the building apart.
Be careful, Elizabeth! Not now!
There's a door up here!
Out of the way, let me try.
Which way?
Up!
Mr. DeWitt! Clean up the curb and wipe away the debt! Are you in there, DeWitt?
Anna,